Okay, so if I was the president of the world, this is the speech I would give. I would not say that though. My fellow citizens.
We stand here today, humbled by
My
the task
task
before
before
us,
us,
grateful for the trust you have bestowed,
mindful.
of the sacrifices borne by our ancestors.
I thank.
President Bush
Do
for his
I?
service to our nation, as well as the generosity
Generosity.
and cooperation he has shown throughout his transition.
Transition. Really?
Transition.
44 Americans have now taken the presidential oath. The words have been spoken during the rising tides of prosperity and the still waters of peace.
Yet, every so often, the oath is taken amidst gathering clouds and raging storms. At these moments, America has carried on, not simply because of the skill or
Or
vision
vision.
of those in high office, but because we, the people, have remained faithful
To the ideals of our forebears.
and true to our founding documents
So, it has been, so it must be with this generation of
of
Americans.
Americans.
That we, in the midst of a crisis, is now well understood
Our nation is at war
against
against
a far-reaching network of violence
violence,
and hatred.
hatred.
Okay,
Our
our economy
economy
is
is
weak, badly.
badly
we can badly. We can
a consequence of greed and irresponsibility
irresponsibility,
on the part of some.
but also our collective failure to make hard choices and prepare the nation for a new age.
Homes have been lost,
Jobs have been shed.
businesses shuttered,
Our healthcare is too costly,
our schools fill too many,
and each day brings further evidence that the ways we use energy
strengthen our adversaries'
and threaten our planet.
planet. These are the indicators of crisis.
Subject to data and statistics.
Less measurable but no less profound is the sapping of confidence across our land.
A nagging fear that Americans' decline is inevitable,
The next generation must lower its
inevitable,
sight.
inevitable.
Today, we say to you that the challenges we face are real.
They are serious and they are many.
They will not be met easily or in a short span of time.
But know this, America,
They will.
be met.
On this day, we gather because we have chosen hope over fear, unity over purpose, over conflict and discord.
On this day, we come to proclaim an end to the petty grievances and false promises.
The recrimination, recriminations and worn out dogmas that for far too long have been strangled our politics.
We remain a young nation, but in these words of Scripture, the time has come to set aside childish things,
The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit,
to choose our better history,
to
to
carry
carry forward
forward that
that precious
precious
gift,
gift, that
that
noble
notable, noble
idea
idea
passed
passed on
on
from
from
generation
generation
to
to
generation,
generation, the
the
God
God-given
given promise
promise that all are equal
all are free.
and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of
Happiness.
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 In reaffirming the greatness of our nation, We understand the greatness is never a given.
It must be earned.
Our journey has been one of shortcuts or settling for less.
It has not been a path for the faint-hearted, for those who prefer leisure over work, or seek only the pleasures of riches and fame.
Rather, it has been the risk takers or the doers, the makers of things.
Some
Some
celebrated,
celebrated,
but
but
more
more
often
often
men
men
and
and
women
women obscure
in their
obscure
labor,
labor
who have carried us up the long, rugged path toward prosperity and freedom.
for us.
They packed up their few worldly possessions and traveled across the oceans in search of a new life.
For us.
They toiled in sweatshops and settled the West, endured the lash of the whip, and plowed the hard earth.
For us.
They fought and died in places like Concord and Gettysburg, Normandy and Quezon.
That is not Keeson. Time and again, these men and women struggled and sacrificed and worked till their hands were raw so that they might have a better life.
They saw America as bigger than the sum of our individual ambitions, greater than all the differences of birth or wealth or faction.
This is the journey we continue today.
We remain the most prosperous, powerful nation on earth.
Our workers are no less productive than they were this crisis began.
Our minds are no less productive than when this crisis began.
Inventive, our goods and services no less needed than they were last week or last month or
or
last
last
year.
year. Our capacity remains undiminished.
But our time of standing pat, of protecting narrow interests and putting off unpleasant decisions, that
That
time
time
has
has
surely
surely passed.
passed.
Starting today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America.
For everywhere we look, there is work to be done. The state of the economy calls for action.
Bold and swift, and
We
we will
will
act.
act, not only to create new jobs, but to lay a new foundation for growth.
We will build the roads and bridges, the electric grids, and digital lines that feed our commerce and bind us together. Why are you guys on a
We will
physics
restore
thing?
science in its rightful place. We will wield technology's wonders to raise healthcare's quality and lower its cost.
We will harness the sun and the winds and the soil to fuel our cars and run our factories.
And we will transform our schools and colleges and universities to meet the
No,
demands
you
of the
did
new
not.
age.
All this we can do.
Obama.
And
And all
all this
this
we
we
will
will
do.
do. Thank you.